While I was in Africa, there was a bit of an incident that made me bawl my eyes out and really made me feel guilty and really made me feel ashamed of myself and angry and just so many emotions. And yeah, I ate meat. And before you judge and say, Matt, how could you do this? Let me tell you this story so you understand exactly what happened. So for those of you who don't know, I was in Africa. I was in Tanzania doing a 2-week volunteer trip where we were building water wells for people who didn't have clean access to water. And we're coming up to the second last day, we were in the second last day of the trip, and we went to this restaurant to go celebrate. So what happened was, we went to the restaurant, we were walking up the stairs, it was an amazing view, and we sat down and I looked at the menu. And for those of you who can understand, when you're vegan, usually at restaurants there's only few things that you can buy. And for me, the only thing, which is very common, was I could only say that I could eat hot chips and salad. That was pretty much it. But then I saw this other thing called samosa, which is kind of like this spring roll with vegetables, kind of, but it's in a triangle shape, or that's how they are in Africa. So I was like, is there egg in this? And she was like, no. I was like, is there dairy in this? And she's like, no. And then I lied and I said, I'm allergic to this, so I can't have this, so are you sure? And she's like, yes, there's nothing in there. I was like, cool, I'm gonna order a plate of those as well. And then everyone else ordered a plate, so all up, there were 4 plates of samosa, and the hot chips took about 40 minutes to come in, and 20 minutes for the samosa to come. So we're eating the entree. And imagine this. So here I am, there's a big plate of samosa in front of me, there's another samosa over here, another big plate over here, and another big plate over here. All my friends were over here, and the people who were on my right hand side, they left to go talk. So I was just chatting with everyone, we were laughing, just reflecting back on the last 2 weeks. And then we ate all of the entree, and wiped all the plates clean. And then I looked over to my right hand side, and the plate was still full. And I was like, is this for us? Like, are we allowed to eat this? And everyone's like, yeah, sure, you can eat it. So as I was reaching over to grab one of the samosas, everyone went back to talking. So I went, grabbed the samosa, took a bite, and as soon as I took a bite, I was thinking to myself, this tastes a little bit different. This doesn't taste like the last few samosas that I've been eating. I looked down at my hand and it was mince. It was some type of meat, some type of animal. And while I was speaking, I quietly got up and I started to walk down. And as soon as I got a few meters away, I just spat it all out, went down into the bathroom, and I just bawled my eyes out. And some of you might be like, well, Matt, especially for those people who aren't vegan, you may not understand, but I was crying because I felt so guilty, and I was just imagining like so much fear was in this animal before it was slaughtered and then ended up on this food. And it was a crazy experience for me because of how much I was beating myself up. And I always say to love thyself, it's the most important thing, and I definitely wasn't doing it in that very second. There was some inner demons going on in that very second. I was beating myself up so much, bawling my eyes out, and I was over the toilet, like not throwing up, but on the verge of throwing up, and it was just like, it was 30 minutes, and I walked out, and my eyes were like totally red, and I didn't want to go upstairs to where everyone was, because people just wouldn't understand. Like, there was no vegans there, so if I was trying to explain, yeah, I was just bawling my eyes out in the toilet because I just ate a little bit of meat, they'll be like, Matt, it's no big deal. I'm like, yes, it's a big fucking deal, because that was an animal. That was a living being that life was taken away for no damn reason. People wouldn't understand that. So I just sat down by myself and pretty much just felt like shit for the next 30 to 45 minutes, however long I was by myself for. My intention for making this video is to use the lesson, the shitty experience that I went through, to get you to understand that forgiving yourself is one of the best things to heal yourself. There's probably a lot of things that you've done in the past that you haven't forgiven yourself of yet. The best thing that you can do is realize that happened in the past, and if you're filtering the now through the past, you're constantly going to be in pain. Whether that was in a relationship, or whether that was some type of event or circumstance or person that you feel like you did something wrong to that person, and now you're feeling guilty, now you're feeling ashamed, and now you're in the very present moment. Anytime that you think about that situation, you feel guilty, you feel shamed, you feel angry, you feel stressed, you feel sad. Let that shit go. And the way that you let it go is realizing, for me, that everything happens for a reason. That's a key belief that I had. I feel like I had to go through that to strengthen within me to share even more about the message about veganism, because I wasn't really sharing it, but now just from having that and just bawling my eyes out, I felt that it strengthened within me so much how much I want to get this message out about to love all living things, that this is an animal's life and you're taking that away to fulfill your selfish needs, to get a temporary sense of satisfaction with your taste buds. You're literally taking another being's life to get this temporary sense of satisfaction on your taste buds. Like, that shit is crazy. And I feel like I had to go through that to strengthen within me to share that message even more, and even share this message for someone who, maybe this one person who's going to watch this out of, I don't know how many people are going to watch this, that really need to forgive yourself for something that has happened in the past. This is that message, this is the message you've been waiting for. So that's a key belief that I have. If you've gone through something in the past where you are feeling guilty and you haven't let it go, a key belief that everything happens for a reason. And then number 2 is to get totally present. Because there are 3 different ways that you can live. Three different points that you can live in. There's a now, there's a past, and then there's a future. A lot of things happen in the past, and people start to filter the very moment through things that have happened in the past. And the way that you get into the now and stop filtering things from the past is daily rituals of meditation for me. So I just wanted to share this little quick video just to let you guys know what happened, and hopefully from those 2 little key messages you really get something from the experience that I went through. Am I still vegan? Fuck yes. Here's the thing. Touching on veganism, I don't believe that it's a wrong thing to eat meat, but what I do, because the level of awareness that I live in, I don't believe in right or wrong. My paradigm of thinking is it effective or is it non-effective? Is it effective to eat an animal? No. Is it effective to take away another animal's life that is contributing towards the world, to the planet, damaging? Is it effective to take another animal's life to cause damage to your own body? I don't believe that is. I don't believe it's effective until I find another way that will be more effective to the planet, to my body, and to an animal's life. Then I'm going to keep being vegan. Until then, I'm going to keep promoting the message to love all living things. So yeah. Don't really know where I'm going with this video again, but I hope that you enjoy this message. So I really hope that you enjoy this message. Leave a comment down below. I want to know how many of you have actually gone through this experience where you're a vegan, you ate some type of meat or dairy or some type of egg, whatever it was, and you beat yourself up. Leave a comment down below. I'd love to know your experience with this and the emotions that you got when you had that. So leave a comment down below, let me know, and until I see you guys in the next video, remember to love all living things, and most importantly, love thyself.